So today I really want to talk about why you need social proof, what it does for you, and how to crush imposter syndrome. So let's let some people in the room here. Again, I want to thank everyone for being here. And we see Jeanette from Washington. Thanks for joining us. And I want to go over, said by show of hands, raise your virtual hand in the chat. Can you prove to your potential clients that you are the expert, that you can do what you say you can do? Can you do that? Raise your virtual hand. Let's see that in the chat. And if you can, it's okay because you're in the right place. So what I want to do for you is make sure that this week by Saturday, you're going to have enough proof to show that you're the expert, help you close deals, help you shorten the sales cycle, and get you on more digital stages. Now, how are we going to do that? We want to make sure that you have a very strong social media presence and some social proof. And we want to make sure that you can demonstrate your expertise. Now, again, we're 2-minute video guys. We love doing everything through video, but it doesn't necessarily have to be video. We can do this through what's called faceless video. We can make videos without you being on it. We can make audios. We can make even some of the memes flex your credibility. And we can actually do a lot through articles and interviews with other people. So lots of ways to prove your expertise. Now, the number one way we like to do is called a case study. Now, some people don't like case studies. Now, what a case study is you're going to take somebody for, pro bono, free, super duper discounted, and you're going to walk them through your entire process. So you're going to interview them on, hey, this is day one. This person has this problem. And what I want to do is walk them through this solution in this many days, weeks, months. So you basically interview the person with the problem. You check in with them again every day or every week, depending what your program is, and you document the progress. Once you have the end of the win, now you can actually have social proof that, one, you can do what you say you can do. You've solved the problem. You have social proof. You have a raving fan, and that person absolutely owes you some of those 5-star reviews on your favorite review site, whether that be Facebook, Google, Yelp, wherever your service is located. That's what they're going to do for you. They have to give you that big review in exchange. So that's going back to contracts. If you need to work with somebody, have the agreement in lieu of the $1,000 payment. You're going to let me record you, use you for testimonial, use you as a story, and you're going to give me 5-star reviews. And if you can't give me a 5-star review, we're going to work with you until you can. So that's one of the ways to show your expertise. That's our favorite way to get you to have expertise, to show it off. And that's going to prove that you care. Now, the other one we want to talk about is, crafting the correct message, which we'll get to. And we want to make sure you could leverage any kind of videos, articles, photos that you already have. So the big question is, have you ever lost an opportunity because you couldn't prove you can do what you say you can do? Maybe you didn't have a speaker kit ready and someone saw you in a group or in another live. They said, that's great. I'd love you to speak on my big stage. Send me your speaker kit. And you don't have one. Or they'll say, great, let me see a demo of your work. Let me see a video of something you've done previously. And you don't have that. So that those opportunities get lost. And if you saw yesterday, again, my job right now, I want to make sure that you never lose the opportunity to serve ever again. So we're going to use all the stuff you already have. So let's go over, how do I prove that I have stuff? So part of your homework tonight, I've actually made you a checklist that's going to show you it's called an I'm awesome list. And if you're listening in the chat, let's see where you are. So how many, okay, you'll have this tonight, but have you ever answered a question over the phone? Yes, check if you have that. Have you ever posted your knowledge to social media? Yes, most of you have. Have you ever replied to a comment or replied to someone's post on social media that actually helped them? Did somebody hit a reaction, the thumbs up, the heart, or the wow, that's amazing? Yeah, you have some social proof. Has anybody shared your post? That is social proof that you are an expert. Someone's going to tell you how smart you are. You're going to get some thank you cards in the mail. And if you have any reviews, I mean, this is it. So again, part of the homework for tonight is it's in the guide session. You're going to download that. And we want you to make sure, again, this also works as a secondary I'm awesome sheet, gives you a little self-esteem boost. And this is how we're going to start collecting and leveraging things you already have to prove that you're the expert, to get on more digital stages, to close your sales cycle faster. Okay, so now I want to bring Joyce up. We want to talk about imposter syndrome. Now, going back to the sheet, if you think you're an imposter, maybe you are, maybe you're not. I'm pretty positive that you're not. You're the real deal and you're authentic. If you're modeling, that's one thing. If you're completely stealing and plagiarizing and then just putting your name on the bottom, if you're taking somebody's meme and just changing out the logo, if you can't honestly give somebody a win, help somebody out, then that's a possibility that you actually do have imposter syndrome, but I'm pretty sure you're not. I mean, you're a coach, you help people, you love to serve. So we're going to get you over that imposter syndrome by doing exactly what this sheet says. Just check off anything you've done. Again, you've helped people on the phone, you've posted social media, you've gotten the likes. So how we do that is literally the I'm awesome audit. So go on your cell phone right now. Go take it out. I'll give you a minute. Go through a couple of text messages. I guarantee you've helped somebody. Someone's asked you a question. Someone had a bad day and you've helped them out. Have you had that? Now, right here, I have one. Someone is specifically asking me how to set a domain name to a GrooveFunnel. I can do that in 30 seconds. And I did. I answered that question. So all I need to do is copy paste this screenshot. I have social proof that I can help somebody through a text message and they can I can get their problem solved in a few short minutes. How many people can you do that for? How many people have you done that for? Again, scroll through there, put it in the chat, how many times you've helped people, how many messages do you have that helps? Let's check that out. Oh, Bernadette Ridge is in the house from Massachusetts. Welcome. Mike's here. Thank you. All right, again, that's one of the easiest places to get social proof. Now, if you have Facebook on your phone, you have Messenger, open that Messenger up. I guarantee you've had a chat with somebody that helped them out. That's your social proof. That proves that you are not an imposter. You're actually helping people out. So take that as a win. So part of the homework also is if you have a computer, right click, make a folder, and we're going to call that our social proof folder. Take the screenshots, go on Google, find your reviews, go to the groups that you're in and find anybody you've ever helped, anybody that replied to you, anybody that gave you that heart, anybody that gave you that happy face. So again, that's one of the better ways to break imposter syndrome. Now, going live is a little different. It's not really being an imposter. Some people have the deep seed of speaking alive. That's not, no one wants to hear my information. They've already heard it. There's these bigger speakers. They're filling stadiums. I'm just a local coach. Why would they want to listen to me? Because you're serving your who. Like, who is your super niche? Because I have anybody has the Expert Secrets book, the ClickFunnels book, there's hundreds and thousands of people talking about the same message that's been around for 50 years. Now, somebody might want to learn from me. Somebody doesn't want to even look at me. There's females that want to work with other females. There's the young guys that want to work with the young guys. There's some, you got to find who works for you. You're going to resonate with your group of people. That's why you're not an imposter. So you're here to serve your group. You're the leader. They want to hear from you. It could be a recycled message. It could be a message they've heard 100 times, but when they hear it from you and they see you living it, that's when they're going to get the breakthrough. So let's replace the imposter syndrome, because you're actually doing a huge disservice to your market by not putting your stuff out there, not giving them the opportunity to learn from you. And they want a leader, and you're it. So that's why we want to get rid of that imposter syndrome. And I'm going to do my best to make sure you can crush that by Saturday. And I hope everyone in this group goes at least one live stream, whether in the group. If you don't feel comfortable, I want you to start there. But if you want to be a superstar, I want you to do a 5-minute live. We're going to tell you how to get the information, what to talk about, and to make sure that you are super on fire on that particular topic. And you're going to talk, and the next thing you know, it's going to be 45 minutes later. So that's my goal for you for Saturday on your own, is to be able to go live, show that you care, and break that imposter syndrome. Again, thank you all for being here. I know it's super early or super late for some of you. And if you catch this on the replay, thanks for taking your time out for watching this. Okay, I'm going to show you the sheet. So if you have paper, we're going to go through the awesome audit. All right, we have Joyce, who's our super VIP for the week. Awesome audit. She gets all the sessions. So just make sure you please mute out the Facebook in the background, please.
I just did.
All right, perfect. Thank you. So do you want to have a goal to possibly go live on your own for even just a couple of minutes on Saturday?
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to go through the whole process, and we're going to get you that one subject that lights you up and puts you on fire, and you're just going to go crazy on it. Now, because you're going live on Saturday, I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but if you want to tell a couple people that you're going live, even if you just want to keep it in the group, maybe a couple of us will jump on your page and we'll watch it so you can see you have a little fan base.
Okay.
Does that make you feel a little more comfortable, or that may give you more sweating, more worse?
No, actually, I was thinking about it. I was just posting before you had me jump back on, and I was thinking about why it's hard for me to go live. And I was kind of just processing it. And I think part of it has to do with the fact that my voice has been stifled before.
Okay.
And also, once you go live, it's like you can't take it back. And so if you look at it and you say, oh man, that was not good enough, so actually being critical of myself, gotcha, wanting it to be perfect, making sure everything, sounds right. I don't have the same problem. Like just talking to you, that doesn't bother me, even though it's live and there's people watching. It's more when I'm just talking to nobody. I mean, I'm talking to people, but there's nobody there, nobody responding. And that's harder for me. But some interesting things have transpired in this past week, which I think is going to relieve some of that, because I know part of it is fear. And I believe that fear is a liar.
Yes. So
I'm not going to let that stop me anymore. I'm done with that.
Okay. So what we can do is, why don't you invite someone that you work with, maybe another coach and on the Only the Inspired, and just have an interview. You can go live interview. You don't have to go live by yourself. It actually makes more sense for you personally to maybe get somebody that do a mini case study and say, hi, I've heard you have this problem here with this person, and we're going to see if we can solve this problem in the next 22 minutes. And just talk and see if you can talk somebody through it. And at least if I'm your potential customer, I can see your process. I can see how calm you are. I see that you're not going to go drill sergeant style. And I can see how you work and what methods you're using, and to see if that matches maybe what I have. So you don't necessarily have to go live by yourself. So I said,
yeah,
I'll make that a partner program too.
I do think it's something I want to hit that head on. I don't want that to be keeping me back anymore. And I feel like that's something that I've let get in the way of me being able to just go live. So I don't want that to be a barrier to my moving forward with getting my message out. So I want to hit it head on, and I just want to do it because I know myself, and I know that once I do it and it's not so bad, then I'll do it again.
Sounds great.
And again and again. So, but the idea of doing that for proof, I think is a really good idea. And that would be better for having that proof showing what I do. I think that is a great idea.
I appreciate it. So now, if you're watching this live or replay, what I'm doing right now is proving I can do what I say I can do, because I can actually clip this video. And this is like, hi, I worked with Joyce. This is day 0 and day 1 of our 5-day challenge. And then I can interview on Saturday. Hey, look, she went live and she didn't go live before this. So this is exactly why you need to do the same thing. If you want to do a challenge model, or if, again, you just want to do interviews or lives, again, we learn a lot of stuff. Tomorrow, we're going to literally start the work on day 1. But today we want to make sure that we kill the imposter syndrome. We give you your awesome audit. We're going to find out everything that's cool about you. And we're going to start collecting everything between tonight and tomorrow at 6 p.m. And then we're going to literally start day one of our proprietary process, which is research, record, and publish. It's really easy. Again, we do game show style on, we're going to do a live event on the last day. We're going to put it all together, but we're going to go super deep dive into research. We're going to show you where to get the stuff, how to, how to get it, what to talk about, why you're talking about it. And then I said, it's going to be a great day. Can't wait to do tomorrow, but I'm going to put the big screen up right now. So we're going to show you our I Am Awesome audit. This is in your guides. And see how many things you can check off the checklist. So this is your homework today. We want you to check all the boxes of the activities you've done to serve others. I know you've probably served everybody. So again, have you answered a question on the phone? Yes or no? You probably have at some point. Have you posted anything to social media ever since, social media was around in the 80s, 90s? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have. Have you replied to a post and somebody had a question and you knew that? See, I want to focus on this right now, because every group, no matter what group you're in, again, I'm in a lot of the internet marketer groups. The first one that always comes up every time there's a new person is, I'm new to marketing. Should I get ClickFunnels, Kajabi, Lead Pages, or GrooveFunnels? That question comes up every couple of days, and it's like a never-ending question. And every day I'm like, I sit there like, here's the benefit. Here's why you need this. What are you doing now? And I could just literally copy paste those all day long, screenshot them on my phone, and just show the win. So I guarantee that you are in some group and you keep replying to these same questions that you're the expert in. So your homework, again, if you reply to a social proof, scroll back and find it, screenshot that, take a screenshot, make a document. Has someone ever, reaction to your post that they give you the thumbs up, the love, the wow, like that counts. That absolutely counts. Again, this also goes as a little self-esteem audit too. And if your post was ever shared, that's big. It's like, hey, this person shared my information. This is really on LinkedIn. So the personal story on that, I went to a Google conference a couple of years ago, and I said, hey, what I learned from the Google conference. And I wrote an article, made a video, and that thing got shared so many times. I got invites to go on podcasts and to be interviewed on other people's groups. So when your post gets shared, again, you just share your knowledge. It doesn't have to be on video. Some people don't want to watch a video. They'd rather read. So again, once your post is shared, that your head should be not even fitting in the room. It's like, wow, my post was shared. Somebody now knows me. More people know me, and I'm serving more people. And have you ever been thanked for helping anybody? Yeah, I'm sure you have. You've been thanked at some point for helping people out. And how many people have told you how smart you are? I'm going to tell you right now, hey, if you're watching this, you're a genius. Thank you for watching. You're taking action and you're going to correct the problem so you can serve better and to more people. So I'm telling you right now, this is how smart you are. And have you ever spoken anywhere and you got an applause afterwards? Yeah, that counts too. Where's your handwritten notes? Have you been invited to speak about your topic? Again, if you're having any kind of imposter syndrome, I want you to check off any of these boxes that happen. And if you have more than one, your imposter syndrome's gone. If you can't check out any of these boxes, you probably need to study your craft a little more, go help some people, go serve, go volunteer, and then come back. Because that's the only reason you should have any kind of imposter syndrome, is if you're not doing what you're meant to do, and if you're not meant to serve. So like I said earlier, if you have any text messages, I'm sure there's an entire thread of DMs or messages that you're solving problems fast. And if you ever ask for feedback and it's positive, you are not an imposter. And tonight, you can also make that part of your homework. Go ask somebody that's your former client or anybody in the groups that you've helped. It's like, hey, did I help you out? Can you give me any feedback? They're like, yeah, you were great. Hey, can you record that for me? And that's how you're going to say, we're going to kill this imposter syndrome. And that starts with just getting the audit. You're going to build that self-esteem. You're going to build the confidence. And every time you put just a little thing out and you get a bunch of little reactions and likes, that helps. I mean, it seriously does. I understand where you're coming from, because I didn't even use my real name until maybe 3 years ago. I was always hidden online. I had no social media for years. I have my personal account. You'll see it's from 2010, but that was because I was doing a project that forced me to have Facebook. And you'll see I have nothing from 2010 till about 2018. And you couldn't even find me in my real name. So I completely understand the, hiding behind the internet and not wanting to be out there. I was one of them. And then I just got to the point where, you know what? Who cares? I was hiding from a couple of people, like, oh no, they're going to find me and think I'm a fraud. And I got some haters and some trolls, and it wasn't that bad. It was okay. And then your fans will actually bash the people that are bad mouthing you. That's shows really proof. So if someone started saying bad things about me in my personal life, and I had 20 people defend me that I didn't even know. So that's another option when you're putting your knowledge out and you have your fans, especially on YouTube. When we start making your YouTube channel, YouTube followers are super loyal to you. They will fight any trolls that come in and kick them out of that little tribe, and they won't even be allowed on your video channel ever again. So just remember that you are the experts. And we are at 6:30. We are perfect on time. Let me go check the chat real quick. And who do we have? Appreciate the kind words. Thanks, Alana. Jeanette. Okay. Oh, somebody wants to. Okay, you know what? I will get your niece into the group after this session. And then maybe we'll comp her a free VIP so she can get in for the next one. But thanks. So now because I went live, what I can do right now, like my favorite comment, this is gold. So good. Can I be on your podcast? I don't know. Are you any good? Not only am I good, I'm gold. So thank you for that comment. But that is exactly what you need to do. So even if you just go live in the group here, say something genius, people react to it, screenshot it. That's your genius. So anybody else want to jump on, the link is in the comments. I want to hear, like, what is stopping you? What's making you feel like an imposter? You're not. You're helping someone. You have your genius, and go with it. Just help somebody. You're here to serve. And then again, not everyone is for you. You're not for everyone. You have your message and you're going to help your people. I know I've said that 4 times already today. I'm going to continue to say that more here on the VIP all during the week. You're here to serve and your people love you. And that's why you're here. So if you want to jump in there, who else is, yep, I'm sorry.
I think that going through that checklist, it made me have to be honest with myself that I'm not an imposter. I don't have imposter syndrome.
Right.
Because I think I checked almost all of the boxes.
Congratulations, you are not an imposter.
So it's like, okay, well, that's just a label you're hiding behind.
Right.
So the whole idea of the imposter syndrome can actually be the imposter. That's the imposter, not you.
You're lying to yourself. I'm like, now I get to be the Jerry Springer of this live stream.
Right. So yeah, being honest about what you actually have done and what you have provided and what value you have. Like you said, it doesn't matter how many letters you have behind your name or anything else. If you're not, getting it out there, then nobody's getting the message that you have to deliver. And I know that my message is important. I know there's people who need it. And it's about getting it out there and not letting myself stop and not letting anything stop me. Going back to that fear thing.
Now, I don't know if you want to tell somebody your previous past story, but I swear that you can leverage that for the leadership qualities you learned from your mother. Even though, I mean, it's not, I'm half joking on that, but I mean, that is true leadership.
No, you're absolutely right. And the value that I bring is because of how I was raised. I was born and raised in a cult, and my mother was a cult leader. And the reason I said that things have changed, my mother just died, which
I'm sorry.
You don't have to feel bad for me.
Not, you'll know if it's mute. You should be muted. Usually they mute you.
Because I grieved for the loss of my mother for a long time ago. My mother quit being my mother, quit caring for me, taking care of me, couldn't even say she loved me. So yes, there's still this last step to go through now that she's actually passed, but it's like I felt a burden that was lifted. And I know that that's unusual for when your mother dies, that you feel a burden lifted, but my mother was a cult leader and caused me a lot of harm and a lot of trauma. So I feel like as if my voice is now free. She's no longer here. That last piece of the one who would stifle me and keep me from speaking, she's gone. So there's nothing else to stop me except my own fear, my own looking at it and saying, oh, I'm not good enough. Or if I believe any of the lies that she told me, then I would not be able to move forward. But since I don't believe those lies, there's no reason for me to not move forward.
Just got to make sure that even though she may be passed for a couple of years, that she's still not the voice in your head that brings you down.
Well, right. And exactly. And she has been the voice for so long, and I've worked through that. But now the fact that she finally passed and she's gone, which she just passed on Thursday. So now that there is, like I said, a burden that was lifted. There's sadness for the mom I never had. But since she really wasn't my mom, she didn't care for me or take care of me. She was a cult leader. It's a difference. But it's like, I can imagine that other people have similar things that are holding them back. Something that someone said, someone who got in the way, someone who said you're not good enough. And just like you were saying, being laughed at, that's got to be horrible. And so
Fun
the
now.
idea but I mean, we all have our person that gets in the way, and then our own internalized fears that keep us from moving forward. But it's what we internalize. It's really not them stopping us. It's our own internalization of what they have said to us or done, or how we were traumatized, that actually keeps us from moving on.
Right. I appreciate you sharing that with us and everyone that may be watching later. So we got a Jody that just joined up. So I'm going to mute you for a little bit. And then Jody. All right.
Hello.
So you, thank you for joining us. I know you're like 13 hours away from us.
Yes.
It's like 7-something a.m. around there.
It exactly 7:40 a.m. But here I am. Thank you so much, Mike.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for being here early in the morning with your Cheerios.
Sure.
For your imposter syndrome, what stops you from, turning on the camera? What stops you from hitting live?
Let me go ahead. I'm trying to get into the zone and dig a little deep here. I've got one kid that's home with me today. I just let the other three go. Let me see.
You don't necessarily have to put it on now. I just want to what stops you from hitting record and putting yourself out there right now? Do you feel the imposter syndrome?
I don't really, to be honest with you, I don't feel the imposter syndrome from what I've understood it to be. And the reason I say that is because I know that I'm speaking in the area that I want to be speaking with. So I feel pretty confident about it.
Good.
The only thing that would keep me from, in all honesty, and this is my own personal stuff, even as much as I've learned all about, you're going to have people say things, you're going to have, just to not get in our head. Like if we're in our head, we're dead kind of deal. Right. And so I would tend to say, I'm not comfortable being on camera, because over the years I have 4 little ones and I've gained some weight. So I am not comfortable with that, because that's not who I am with the extra, weight. And so I'm focusing a lot on business, but then keeping a full circle balance of kids, business, this, that. I'm trying to get myself into a schedule with just working out. But other than that, I feel pretty confident with learning. And you especially helped me with, my audience, who my target audience would be. That you did wonders for me. You have no idea. So I feel even more confident, but that's pretty much it as far as anything that would hold me back from wanting to turn on that camera. but I'm getting over it. The more, like, even coming in here and saying doing a live as an introduction, that helps.
Thank you.